You're finally about to set yourself free, my beautiful Cancerian. Okay, this is my monthly horoscope tarot card readings for you, my gorgeous Cancerians, for September 2018. But this is going to be absolutely brilliant month because you are going to be able to actually reflect on what you have done so far, but you will be able to sense things clearly, and most importantly, there is a big part of your spiritual journey coming to an end. A big circle is coming to an end, and this end is going to be very significant because you will realize, you will have a realization about something that you have been focusing on, and it was very unrealistic imagination. And this is also completely connected to what you do, connected to your finances, and it's also connected to your work, and it's of course connected to somebody, connected to the certain person. This is all one big circle, which means that a certain spiritual journey is coming to an end this month for you. So by the time we get to the end of September, you are going to end up with a really powerful preservance or vision, really powerful vision that is also going to be part of your spiritual awakening. This vision that you're going to have, you will be able to use later on when it comes to your future planning. And this is a lot to do with what you do and with future plannings, with your career and with your finances indeed. In April 2019, you are going to be able to see the direct result and direct impact of what was happening right now in September. And this is how powerful this September is. Just think about September like about big beautiful field that you're walking around and you're planting seeds and you're planting seeds and you're planting seeds. Not only this is going to be the time when you're going to be very spiritual, very intuitive indeed, but there are going to be the situations that are going to happen in September that are going to make you to react in a really strange way. Really quickly you will need to react, and you will realize that you are just by yourself in those moments, just by yourself. No one else is going to be able to help you. No one else can help you, but this is where this wonderful intuition is going to kick in, which is also going to open up the whole new doorway, the whole new path for you, which means that the big problem that was preventing you to move on is going to come to an end. Your self-esteem was also kind of affected by it, and your confidence was also affected by it, because you seems to have been focusing maybe on something that was not happening, on something that is not happening, but because you were focusing and maybe over focusing sometimes when we do this can actually cloud things in front of us, cloud things around us, and we don't see things crystal clear. And of course this is normal, this is happening to everybody, but it all depends on our personal spiritual journey. Now this is why this month is going to be so important. Not only emotionally, there is going to be the situation where you're gonna want to put your certain points across when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to certain family member, but when it comes to the actual finances, this is going to be a great month, but it is going to bring a certain change, and this certain change is going to bring you the whole new wish and the whole new need to learn something new. Therefore, this is going to be a really great month when it comes to be a preparation for something new, when it comes to work, when it comes to like a college, university, where it comes to hobby, if you're retired and you don't need to work. This is all going to be directly connected to your life in general. One big circle indeed. Number 8. My goodness, Cancerians, number 8 is a fantastic number. It means that the things are going to start making sense this month. Even if you kind of had problems finding job, or even if you hated your job, you didn't like your job, you see, number 8 is trying to let you know that this is going to all make sense, because there is going to be the light that is going to shine on those areas of your life that you don't really normally like to think about it, or you don't normally like to kind of focus on. But because you were focusing on something now, it is not a failure or anything like that, but this is great, this is really important. Number 8 is trying to let you know that this particular thing, something that you were focusing on, is slowly coming to an end, and maybe that's why things hasn't been moving in the right direction as fast or as quick as you were wanting. But it's also about the fact that something really good is coming in. Now, for those of you that are working, number 8 means that there is some kind of apprenticeship is going to come through, which means you're going to work, you're going to do what you do. If if you're happy, but you are going to become very committed to the certain task, and that particular task that you're going to become very committed at your work is going to be something completely different, something completely new, but it's also going to motivate you, but it's going to make you realize that there are so many other possibilities that you can do, and this is exactly what you need. For those of you that are looking for a job, this is also a very powerful time, because you are going to end up you are going to have an energy, you're going to have this magnetism towards something that you haven't done before, and towards something that you didn't want to do before, towards something that you would never think that you could actually do. And this is going to happen in a way that you're going to just out of chance, you're going to look at something, you're going to get something, you're going to sense something, and someone is also going to inspire you, and this is how all this is going to be born. And for those of you that are like retired, it is just very interesting how this is going to happen, because again, it's going to happen through the certain person who means to you a lot, who you really look up to, who you really like, and they're going to say something just out of the blue, and that is just going to give you really nice idea that is just going to become more and more significant later on, and you will know exactly what to do, kind of. But only like about a few months ago, that just wouldn't make sense. However, financial situation is actually going to improving this month, which is great. Number 8 also means that throughout the months, if you would like to like invest into something, it's great month. If you would like to buy something new, something big, it's a great month, because if you spend lots of money and buy something big, something new, something that costs lots of money, it's more likely that you get that money back much quicker. Great time for investments and great time for signing things as well. Another thing that I was going to say, you see, when it comes to health, you see, you are going to feel like maybe a little bit tired. Maybe this is going to be the month that a lot is going to be happening when it comes to like work, when it comes to career, and when it comes to the actual family issues, family members, family decisions. There's a big decision that you're going to make when it comes to your family as well. It's going to need to come from you. And this is on another hand going to drain your energies a little bit, unfortunately, and that draining of energy is just going to make you feel like a little bit tired. So this month, when it comes to actual energy and things like that, you're going to start feeling like a little bit tired, but that's just completely normal. All I can say is just try to, I mean, that's completely normal when you're going through this type of journey and through this type of energies, you see. Just make sure that you drink like a lots of water, and make sure that you drink and eat really healthy, and make sure that you eat lots of nuts. Maybe if you're allergic to nuts, okay, because there are lots of you that are allergic to nuts, I understand completely, trust me, but it's like if you're allergic to nuts, then just try to eat fruit and vegetables, and try to stick to the natural food, organic, as natural as possible, but the food that can actually bring you lots of energy. This is going to work really well, because at the same time you will feel like really good, because it's going to have a healing effect on you. So this tiredness is not going to seem that bad. Every single sign goes through this every now and then. It all depends what's going on in our life at the moment, and what part of spiritual journey we are at. On another hand, when it comes to the actual long ailments that you've been suffering for a long time, especially if you didn't see any improvements, this is going to be a really good month, really great month. When it comes to the actual ailments that you didn't see any improvements, you will be able to feel much better when it comes to that particular ailment, okay? And also, what else I was going to say, the 6th of September. Okay, now this is the day that I get really excited when it comes to you. The 6th of September is going to be really magical, very very interesting day. You are going to feel a little bit strange. You are going to feel a little bit different. You are going to feel like a little bit like you're part of the different dimension. And this is because you are going to be the part of the different dimension on this particular day. This is because you're going to be able to feel things that you don't normally feel. And this is because of the just night before. This is when it gets really interesting. Just night before. And this is all connected to your spiritual awakening, my beautiful Cancerians. Okay, this is so important. Just the night before, you will be very much so in touch with your own spirituality, with your own spirit guides, with your own angels. Your subconscious mind is going to be like very enhanced. Your third psychic eye is going to be very enhanced, and you will be having lots of traveling, like astral projections and things like that. We have traveling every single night. We have astral projections every single night. That's normal, but we just don't remember it. Sometimes we do remember, sometimes we don't, okay? And this is because now you're going to be in touch with your own spirituality so much. You will be astral projecting like like a lot on the 5th of September overnight. So by the time you wake up on the 6th of September, you are going to feel really strange. And the reason why you're going to feel strange is just because you're still going to be connected to the part of that different dimension. So every morning, we're actually, as soon as we open our eyes, we are like so much so connected to our different dimension, you see, astral projection and things like that. And that's why whatever comes to you in the morning, like first thing, 2 or 3 thoughts that you have, they're always very, very interesting. Something to think about, something to focus on, something to really reevaluate and think what that might mean, especially if they mean just, especially if it's really strange. As strange as they are, the more significant they are. This is your spirit guides, your angels are trying to guide you and let you know which parts of your life need a little bit of work on. Okay, I highly suggest to get something like an amethyst pendant and wear it throughout September. Something very significant, because this is going to be the time of your spiritual awakening, and this is really important because it's about your life in general. It's about the whole big circle. And to have an amethyst pendant is going to help you to connect your spirit guides even more. It's going to help you to understand these little messages. And also, on another hand, it's going to enhance your third psychic eye. And also, it's going to help you to remember these messages in the morning and single them out. This amethyst comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain. And the link is in the description below. This is what I highly recommend. And what is going to happen? You're going to end up like thinking about couple of things that are going to become very beneficial later on, and that is going to become new inspiration. Okay, that is going to become your new inspiration. And also there is another inspiration that you are going to have through a very powerful lady. There is going to be a powerful lady, a prominent figure in your life that is actually going to be maybe not even directly connected to it, but she's going to be like some kind of inspiration. She's going to become some kind of inspiration to you, and something especially that she was focusing on, what she was doing, what she is doing, or what she was doing, that is going to become very, very strong indeed. This is going to be your own the 6th of September. It's going to be the time of self-illumination and your own time of wisdom, where your own intuition is going to be really enhanced. Also, on the 6th of September, you can expect an omen, a very unusual omen. Something is in my eye. You're going to see something unusual. You're going to feel something unusual. So, for example, like if you're outside and you look at the tree and you think like, oh my God, this tree is just so weird, you know, and things like that. You see, and when you come across with a very unusual situation on the 6th of September, it could happen at any time throughout the day. I just have to say to you to like kind of try to think about what you were thinking about at the time, right at the time, because that is going to make sense to you. And what is an ongoing problem that you have? What are you really unhappy about? Are you unhappy about something in your relationship? Is there something that you disagree? Just see what this unusual situation is going to bring, like an unusual omen. This could happen in any way and in any form or shape. You could even feel it, see the cloud, see maybe the flower, see an animal that comes through, see a little bird. It can happen in any way, but this is going to be very significant indeed, because there is going to be very important and powerful message for you, and you will see exactly what I mean. And also what I was going to say, your lucky number on that day, on the 6th of September, it's going to be number 6. So please just write down number 6 on your hand, or write down number 6 like on a piece of paper. Maybe have like a little pendant with number 6, whatever it is. Just as long as you have a number 6 on you, it's going to be really good, because it's going to help you to attract this energy and to connect to this energy even more, so you get even sharper informations like this. Okay, just a little tip. Another important day, my beautiful Cancerians, is going to be 17th of September. Now, the 17th of September is that situation that I mentioned before, because it's going to be unrealistic imagination that you had so far. This unrealistic imagination was kind of making you focus on something or on someone that you shouldn't focus on, and you should stop focusing on that person, because this is like something that is not meant to be there, and this is something that is not going to be there, and this is something that your spiritual journey most certainly is trying to let you know to release. This was just all right in unrealistic imagination. Whatever this mean to you, whatever this may mean to you, will see exactly what I mean on the 17th of September. This is really important, because this is going to help you release. I cannot explain how important this is. Cancerians, you're very sensitive, you're very spiritual, you can feel things, you can sense things, you're very, very powerful when it comes to that. But on another hand, when you're focusing on things and when you're so open and when you're so spiritual, you can attract all sorts of negative energy. And this is exactly the same thing when you're focusing on something, or when you're focusing on someone that you shouldn't, especially someone in this case. And there's number 3 for some reason is connected to this person. Number 3 so much. And this is why it's so important, because you will release, this will release you, and you will be able to release this negative energy. And this negative energy is because you're so sensitive, was kind of preventing you to kind of be happy and preventing you to move on to the next stage of your life. And this can happen to all of us all the time, but it's just sometimes we don't realize and we don't notice. And that's why I'm saying that this is going to be so important, because this is going to help you to release this energy, and that energy is going to open up a new door for you. By the end of the 17th of September, you're going to realize that by the end of the day of the 17th of September, you're going to start realizing like a new situation that is going to start unfolding in your life. But it's just going to be really interesting, because it's going to go towards the direction that you didn't think that you're going to go towards. And that's exactly what you need to do. And this is all going to be the part of your spiritual awakening. By releasing this negativity, the new door are about to open. You knew that the new door over there, but there was no key. And now the beautiful golden, beautiful shiny key is going to become available for you. Okay, this is why this is so important. Another thing on the 17th of September that is really important is success, and gain. If you were looking for a job, if you are looking for work or something like that, the 17th of September it's also going to be very significant, because there is something really good gonna come through, something that you really wanted, but it's probably going to be even more attractive to you, because you thought that you would not be able to do this. If you're not looking for work, and if you were working really hard and hoping for some kind of money and success, now this is going to be your gain. Whether you work for the company or if you're like a self-employed, for example, there is a big obstacle that you are going to overcome, big obstacle that you did overcome already, and that big obstacle is going to bring something else, because it's going to be directly connected to your own personal success and personal gain. And also successful negotiation. You are going on this, you're going to have a really successful negotiation on this day, which means on another hand, if you do need to have a certain negotiations, if you do need to negotiate, you know, it would be the best to do it on the 17th of September, because the energy is going to be on your side. So if you do go with this energy, if you do go with this flow, you're just going to end up with so much more than what you would end up normally. So I think that this is great as well for you. The third important day is going to be on the 30th of September. Now, the 30th of September is all going to be about creation. You're going to feel very creative, and you're going to feel very like you want to do something. You're going to feel this beautiful excess of energy. And this excess of energy is going to be really good for you, because it is just going to make you feel like really creative in such a sense that you want to create something as a new beginning. You will really focus on new things in life, and also there is a new learning experience going to come through. This is going to this is going to motivate you to take something new, to start something new, to learn something new. You will want to, there is some kind of deep concentration connected to this, deep concentration and study. But this is going to be really good, because it's just going to make you also, it's going to make you feel really good about yourself, and you're going to also rediscover yourself and discover certain things about yourself. What are you good at, and what you like that you might have not even realized, you see. And this is why this is so significant. Okay, now what I was going to say, the first part of September, as I said, the very first part of September, you're just going to feel a really nurturing energy. You're going to feel very close to your family members. You're going to feel very close to your friends. You are going to feel very close to your husband, wife, you know. You're going to feel very close to your partner, to your family in general. And that in itself is going to be your own personal strength. This is the certain emotions that are just going to come towards your sun, a sign that is actually going to give you balance, which is on another hand going to give you strength, and which is going to help you to reflect on certain areas of your life, which is going to give you a new focus, and that is going to become a new unfoldment. And all those things that you felt like vulnerable about, what you were worrying about, maybe your health, you were worrying about a certain family member, you know, as well, and that is just going to become really positive, because there is going to be solution solution to the problems that there wasn't solution before, and that in itself is going to put your mind to rest. Synchronicity is going to be wonderful at the beginning of September, because you're just going to feel really proud of yourself. You're going to start seeing little things around you that you didn't see before. You're going to notice little things around you didn't notice before. Little things in life makes us happy, you see. And now the big wish also is coming through. The big wish at the beginning of September is coming through, and this is to do with your own personal achievement. This is to do with what you have done so far. And also this is going to require you again now to use your intuition. That's why I'm saying this is a highly intuitive time, and you need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. In September, don't go around ask someone if something really big is about to happen. You see, oh, because there is going to be a situation here where you will require like advice or something like that. But try to like kind of trust yourself, because this is exactly what is going to happen. You need to trust yourself. If you come across a situation in September where you need to ask somebody for advice, you do not do that. Throughout September, you just trust your own intuition, okay? This is really important, I'm telling you now. And now, because that is going to bring you the whole new prospect. That is going to bring you the whole new light. That is going to bring you the whole new beginning. That is going to bring you the whole new hope with those areas in your life that you didn't think that hope is there anymore. That in itself is going to lead towards your own victory and mental clarity, which is going to be a challenge. There is a challenge you will be facing. And it's to do with the money, it's to do with the finances, and the challenge that you will be facing will be connected to you, and it's going to be connected to the other people. It's like a whole team of people that is going to be kind of connected to this, okay? The second part of September is just you're going to see something. You're going to see something in the second part of September, and this is going to blow you away. Blow you away in a good way, blow you away in a very significant way, because it's just going to make you realize how vulnerable life is. It's going to make you realize how quickly people change. It's going to make you realize how quickly the actual situation can change in life. And it's also going to make you realize that you need to be positive, not negative, okay? And also, this is going to resolve in you being assertive, and that is going to bring you balance. This assertiveness is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. It's going to bring you balance, and also you will have your balance back when it comes to your home. Whatever it was happening in your home, whatever it was happening with your family members, whatever it was happening with you as a family. And if you haven't got a family, maybe whatever was happening with your closest friend or with your closest friends, because friends are also like a family. And so basically this is going to bring you back balance, and that on another hand is going to be your own homecoming card, which means also the situations in the family is going to resolve. A situation with you and your partner is going to resolve as well. It's going to get much better, and that in itself is just going to bring you your own power and strength. So new ending, this is going to be directly connected to the realization that you need to stop something, you need to end something. Certain part of your life is coming to an end, so you're going to have to abandon something, and this is pretty much so connected to all your worries that you had, especially for the last like about 5 months. For the last 5 months you keep on worrying about the same thing. That you will realize is going to require you putting your foot down, you making sure that this other person understands what you mean, this other people understand what you mean, because there is a little conflict and battle that you will have. And if you don't have a little conflict with somebody like mid-September, then you wouldn't be able to realize that you're so resourceful. Very interesting how sometimes things work out. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so when we go through conflicts and things like that, I would highly recommend to wear like a tiger's eye crystal. You see this beauty has got a power to protect our energy, and also it's got a power to protect us against evil eye, and especially anything to do with the work, career, finances, or any arguments or anything like that. You know, we become really vulnerable, and tiger's eye is absolutely brilliant when it comes to that as well. And it's brilliant for like a flow, financial flow, for career and decision making. This tiger's eye crystal comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And this is something that I highly recommend to wear in these situations, because the bottom line is that this is something that you need to do. I don't even know how to explain, but if you didn't have this little conflict and battle, then you wouldn't realize that you've got everything you need to have to move on. And then again, that is going to be your own recognition. By the time we get to the end of September, it's a wonderful time for those of you who want to get recognized. nice at work, because this is going to be the time of recognition, the time of happiness, the time of power, and that in itself is going to make you feel really free. And then you're going to realize how much this means to you. Then you're going to realize how much this is actually going to have an impact on your life, because you're going to be much happier indeed. Your stamina and your power is going to be tested here, and you're going to be surprised with yourself, okay? And the whole little new idea is going to come through here, the whole new inspiration and potential you're going to have, because you're going to be so happy with yourself, and that in itself is just going to mark the whole new ending, by the same time the whole new beginning, because this is going to be a powerful completion. After that moment onwards, after the end of September, things are going to change, but much better. They will be much better, and things are going to seem much nicer, and you're not going to feel as heavy anymore. You're going to feel really proud with yourself, and this is because you were out of balance a little bit, but now the balance is going to come back. There is also going to be a really important question that you're going to be asked at the end of September, a really important question. The answer to that will be yes. And what else I was going to say, there is the journey that you will have, there is the journey that you will plan, and this will happen at the end of September as well. And that journey is very important for you, because there is some kind of idea that you're going to get when you go on that journey, when you come back, on your way there, on your way back, whenever it happens, it's still going to be connected to that journey, that trip that you go to. It could only be like about an hour away, or it could be like about a couple of hours away, it could be nearest by village, you know, whatever it is, whatever you consider as a journey, this is going to bring you really wonderful creativity, that idea that you will have, and that is going to be another spiritual awakening that you are going to have, and this is exactly how you're going to feel, awakened. And that in itself is going to give you an idea that is going to become a fantastic vision, perseverance and vision that you're going to have, and you're going to feel very, very strongly about it. And very interestingly, other people are going to be very happy for you, about you, and also that is going to have direct impact on your confidence and self-esteem. Very, very interesting indeed. Okay, so now my beautiful Cancerians, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are in relationship. Okay, Cancerians that are in relationship, and this is for September 2018. Okay, so this is absolutely brilliant, because it looks like maybe you had a certain discussion with your partner lately, maybe the finances hasn't been that great, maybe your partner has lost the direction a little bit, or there were other influences that were actually, other things and influences happened that actually had a direct impact on your partner, husband, wife, and your partner kind of lost a little bit of self-esteem. Your partner was worrying, your partner was going through quite a dark little area, because they felt a little bit lost. They just couldn't kind of find themselves. They just felt like a part of the different dimension, and they were affected because they were worrying about something. Perhaps you just spent lots of money on something. Maybe you were building something, maybe you were changing something, maybe you just got a new flat, maybe you just moved into the new place. Whatever it was, this affected your partner quite a lot. Maybe your partner wasn't even open, maybe your partner wasn't even talking about it, but that affected you both, because maybe the relationship hasn't been as its normal. A relationship was like a little bit different, you see, and that was kind of getting you worried. That was kind of getting you both worried, but it's all coming from your partner, who maybe hasn't been as open, which is absolutely nothing bad or anything like that, but I just think that your partner just didn't want you to worry. Now, this is where there's really good things is happening, because your partner is about to have a really good news. Your partner is about to have a really good realization. It's going to come through the news, through somebody else who's going to tell them, and then they're going to realize things by themselves, that their finances are going to start improving. So the money that they've spent and things like that, and that feeling of being lost, it's going to slowly kind of start disappearing. But also I can see something really big. This is going to result in something really big. So you both are going to do something really big, create something really big. You will want to do something really big that's concerning both of you, your relationship, and just like a nurturing when it comes to your relationship. Probably, perhaps you're going to book a trip abroad, or maybe little holidays or something like that. However, this is going to have a wonderful healing impact on you both, and healing impact on your relationship. So it's going to end up quite good. Okay? Sorry. And now, those of you Cancerians that are single, Cancerians that are single, and this is for September 2018. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Cancerians, now you also, this is going to be the month of like, sorry, this is going to be the month of socialization. This is going to be the month that you're gonna go out, you're gonna be meeting lots of people, you're gonna be having great time indeed. I think that mainly it's going to be very interesting that you are going to be surrounded by people you love, you are going to be surrounded by people who mean to you a lot, you're going to be surrounded by people who you know for a really, really long time. Perhaps if you live away from your family, you will go and see your family. If you haven't seen your friends in a really long time, this is going to be the months when you're going to see your friends, you're going to plan to see your friends. However, you are also going to meet lots of people. Sadly, there is somebody from the, I said sadly, but there is somebody from the past that is going to come through, try to come through, and I will say, no, 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 no. So somebody from the past is going to try to come through, and that person is in the past for the reason, somebody whom you already had a spiritual journey and it was completed. Sometimes we are people from the past, you know, we are meant to go separate ways, and sometimes our spiritual journeys are meant to meet again, but most certainly the spiritual journey with this person come to an end. So which means if somebody tries to come back to your life, it's not going to be a really great thing. But if you ask me, it's not going to be a really good thing, because there is just like an empty shell a little bit, and it's just not going to work really great, and karmically this is not going to be good, because it's just not meant to happen. Sometimes we do get tested, our spirit guides, our angels, our karma, because of our karma, we do get tested, and this is going to be a little test here. Whether this person is going to try to come back into your life, like physically, like call you, like book you, a text message or something like that, or whether you're just going to be keep on thinking about them, keep on thinking about them, keep on thinking about them, and directing your energy towards them. It all depends. However, somehow they will be part of your life, and they will be part of your energy, and this is exactly what you will do, what you will need to do. You will realize exactly why you're not together anymore, or you will realize why you never got together anymore, because this doesn't have to be somebody whom you were in relationship. You see, it could be somebody that you fancied before, and now these feelings come back. But this is the one that I'm really getting excited, because there is someone very special that is going to manifest themselves. There is somebody that is going to look at you first. There is somebody that is going to notice you first. There is somebody that is going to fancy you first, and this is going to be slightly different person to who you would normally go for. Very professional, very powerful, very good balance in between powerful like spiritual and business energy. However, there is somebody that is going to have an amazing mental impact on you. Like when I say mental, I mean like really positive, really great, because it's going to make you feel really good. And as soon as you meet this person, it's going to be like the whole burst of energy that you're going to have. You will be friends first. You will feel this amazing attraction. When you meet this person, there are going to be other people around. You'll be surrounded by the people, and there's going to be an instant attraction, but you're not going to end up with this person straight away. You're going to kind of seeing each other, meeting each other, as every time you meet each other and see each other, it's going to become stronger and stronger and stronger until it becomes boom. So there is someone very significant that is about to enter your life, so prepare to be swept off your feet, my beautiful Cancerians. You deserve to be happy, and now it's your time, most certainly. My beautiful Cancerians, thank you ever so much for watching my video. And also, I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light right now. And also, of course, have a happy September. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.